Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 with my talk with James Giancotti. And we're talking crypto and data with the CEO of Oddup and Alluva, the largest global analyst marketplace for crypto assets. I recommend everybody listen to our last episode from this week. And today we're talking about making sense of the data to forecast where crypto is going, right? And so break it down, right? Because to me, in any business, you're using data points to forecast the future. Crypto, in simplicity, is the same, but it seems that it happens by the minute versus maybe a longer span of time where most people think about it in everyday business.
Yeah, so a great question. And this is where you can get to more the technical side of where crypto is going. So there's the first type of crypto, which is your asset type of crypto, which is your Bitcoin, where people would refer to as digital gold, and then you've got the platform token. So in a more sort of a small simplified senses, there's Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, all these typical platforms. Now, to put them in a sort of modern world term, it could be Android and iOS. And looking at the data as we sort of grow the businesses across the world over the next 10 years, more and more will be on the blockchain. And those blockchains are your Ethereum or your Solanos blockchains. And so looking at that data, you can analyze of where the developers are going, who's building on these platforms, which are more popular. And you're not actually just looking at the price, you're looking at, who's actually working with them. But so then as a business, if you're looking to step back going, eventually we're going to put our company on the blockchain and we're going to build that out, where are all the developers building on it? Who is actually who is using the particular platform more than the other? And you saw this early in the iPhone days, and there was BlackBerry, there was Android, and so forth. And now there's really only 2 in the world. So that's how these things have sort of merged to sort of become, from 10, 15 years ago to where they are now from the phone space. The same thing will happen in the blockchain space. And that's why data is super important when building a business going forward.
And define blockchain for a kindergartner.
So blockchain is the movement of transactions. So when a transaction happens from one point to the other point, there will be a movement like a ledger, sort of a database of where this particular item went from one to the other. Now, most of the time that's money. So crypto moved from one end to another end, or 2, now it's when a particular transaction moves. So something like a movement, like a mining movement, or the sale of an NFT or other things. This will be the viewing of the transaction. And the main thing about the blockchain is, unlike what would happen at a traditional company, you can see everything and everything's public and everything is almost instantaneously. So every transaction is visible on the blockchain.
So it sounds like it's the same way everything gets done now, but at a faster speed with full transparency.
Exactly. That is the best way. And that's why a lot of people in the crypto space are actually quite excited about it, because there's no lying. The data is
right. There's no right. Yeah, I love it. Here's what I want to talk about in our next coffee together: how you pay for something using crypto.
Sure.
All right. Think community. If you want to get a hold of James, tell them where to connect with you if they want to reach out.
Sure. On Twitter at James Giancotti or at oddup.com. I'm happy to chat.
Love it. All right, James. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. See you at our next session, next coffee. All right. Thanks, everybody.